Yo, what's goody YTBC? What's good, fight fans, boxing heads around the world? B Marsh with another boxing video. So man, I was sitting here doing the knowledge and thinking about why how come the usual suspects they don't be bigging up the Eastern Bloc or Eastern European fighters who be on the PBC side, you know what I mean? PBC or Showtime side, you know what I'm saying? They only really be talking about these Eastern Bloc fighters that be on the HBO side, you know what I'm saying? Well, I put my finger down on it, did the knowledge, and I figured out that most of these usual suspects are actually casual fans, you know what I mean? Who actually don't do no knowledge for themselves, you know what I'm saying? They don't watch no other fighters except who Jim Lampley and them big up and gas up on HBO, you know what I'm saying? They watch that stupid fight game and they see Jim Lampley putting guys like Triple G as the best fighter in the world and stuff like that, and Lomachenko, a guy who has only 7 or 8 professional fights, as the best fighter in the world. You know what I'm saying? Well, they never really talk about the guys on the PBC side and Showtime. You know what I mean? How comes they never mention guys like Sergey Limpinets? You know what I'm saying? This guy's 11-0, 9 KOs. You know what I'm saying? This guy's basically beating up everybody, that's in front of him, you know what I'm saying? And this guy's like, like I said, he's 11-0, and this guy's already an IBF in a IBF mandatory for that junior welterweight strap that's being held right now by the Namibian Julius Undongo, who sparked out Trudanowski a couple weeks ago. Edward Trudanowski, who was the IBF champ, you know what I'm saying? You check out, comes they never mention these guys, you know what I mean? They never mention guys like Murat Gassiev, a guy who's just right now who's the what is he? The IBF cruiserweight champion of the world after beating Denis Lebedev. A fight I thought Lebedev won by 1 point, you know what I mean? But I'm not mad at the guy. Actually, getting the victory because it was a close fight, you know what I mean? But I thought Lebedev did well down the stretch, especially in the championship rounds, you know what I mean? And the guy was gassing out. But they never talk about Murat Gassiev, another guy who's knocking out opponents in devastating fashion, you know what I mean? How comes these usual suspects, they only be gassing up the HBO guys, but they never mention guys like Dejan Zlatikin. You check it, Dejan Zlaticanin or whatever you call him, the current WBC lightweight champion of the world. You know what I'm saying? About a guy about to fight Mikey Garcia like next year in January. You know what I mean? These guys, they always they never talk about these guys, but yet they always claim that they know boxing and stuff. Well, they never do their own research. Like I said, they only let Jim Lampley put a battery on their back and gas these other European fighters and on HBO, and they never give any credit to the PBC side, and it's quite obvious why, you know what I'm saying? These guys consider the PBC side for the black guys. That's Al Heyman and them, and these guys, they never really open their eyes and see that these are some good fighters too. That there's some good Eastern European fighters too, not named Triple G and Kovalev and Lomachenko and them. You know what I mean? These guys, these guys only mention the guys, the Eastern European fighters when it's time to fit their narrative. You check what I'm saying? Look, a guy like Trudanowski, they were even trying to say that Terrence Bud Crawford is ducking Edward Trudanowski. Well, it was the other way around. How comes Trudanowski didn't take that fight with Crawford a week before Crawford just fought Molina? He fought that guy Julius Undongo, who he thought he was just an opponent from Namibia, a guy who he was gonna walk all over, but he got dropped in 40 seconds and put on his back, man. He ain't even feel the pain. When it hits you, feel no pain. The man went down and hit the canvas head, and he ain't even feel no pain because the man got put out before he hit the canvas. You know what I'm saying? So these guys only mention these Eastern Europeans to fit their narrative. You know what I'm saying? Even look, you could go back to a guy like this Shabaransky guy, a guy I ain't never even seen on HBO or no major platform. I only seen this guy on that De La Hoya LA Boxing Live. That bullshit, that shit that they be streaming on that Ring TV stuff. You know what I mean? They try to actually say that Andre Ward was ducking this Shabaransky guy. You check it, like I said, they only mention these Eastern Bloc European fighters when it's time to fit their narrative to show like, oh, a brother is scared of him. Terrence Crawford is scared of Edward Trudanowski. When it's the other way around, oh, Andre Ward is ducking Shabaransky at 175 pounds. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. These people, man, they really be irking me with these nut ass statements they be making, you know what I'm saying? And a guy like this guy Sergey Limpinets, or even a guy like what's his name, Denis Shafikov. You know, a guy who's now who just won an eliminator with IBF eliminator at what, at lightweight, when beating Richard Coleman out there in Russia. They never mention these guys, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, when it's time to fit their narrative, these guys are actually going to claim like they know these guys, you know what I mean? Well, on the real, these guys had no clue. They weren't watching these guys. You check what I'm saying? Look, I look at Alexander Usyk. They wasn't talking about Alexander Usyk. Now that the man Alexander Usyk about to be put on HBO on that Bernard Hopkins, he's about to fight Tabisa Muchunu. They about to put him on that undercard of B-Hop and what you call B-Hop and Joe Smith, you know, Joe Smith Jr. undercard. I bet you now these usual suspects, they hop on the Bozak of Alexander Usyk. Oh, talking about, oh man, this guy's great, man. This guy, oh, he's a champion. Man, you guys were never mentioning this guy before he fought Glowacki, and even after he beat Glowacki. You guys were not mentioning these guys, you know what I mean? Even guys like Triple G and all these Lomachenko, man, were the guy we was talking about these fighters before you guys even had a clue who they were, you know? So, you know, I just had to shed some light, man, and put people on to these usual suspects. These guys just be riding the wave of whatever HBO or Ring magazines. Whenever they see they guy put up in the pound for pound list, now they gonna claim him. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's wrong, because guys like Dejan Zlatikin, this guy's a major player. These Eastern Bloc, you know, European fighters are major players in boxing, especially on the PBC Showtime side. You know what I mean? And just because they you know, Al Heyman is you know, the head of the PBC, and he's the one who puts on all these fights on PBC. These guys don't mention them nor consider them. You check what I'm saying? And that's wrong, man, because, you know, all these fighters, even from the Eastern Bloc, you know, I'm not biased, you know what I mean? You guys got to call it how it is. And, you know, I like a guy like Sergey Limpinets, and, man, Sergey Limpinets, I would favor him to beat Julius Ndongo right now, because this guy really got a high skill set, you know what I mean? To be 11-0 and he's already in the title eliminators, man, what's the difference between him and a guy like Lomachenko, or, you know, guys like Alexander Usyk, you know what I'm saying? Getting title shots, you know, from you know, at an early stage in their career, you know what I mean? It's quite obvious why these usual suspects, like I said, don't big up these guys like Shafikov, Murat Gassiev, you know what I'm saying? This Zlatichinin, who's a WBC champion, who's about to fight Mikey Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Sergey Limpinets, you know what I mean? So, you know, just got to let people know, man, that, you know, there's some vicious Eastern European fighters, too, on the other side of the street, who are actually even on PBC Showtime, who are actually even taking tougher fights than the guys on HBO, you know what I'm saying? You know, Sergey Kovalev, you know, and Triple G, who has he beat? You know what I'm saying? To even be considered the best fighter on the planet, you know what I mean? You check it. So, yo, I just had to let y'all know that there's some good fighters on the PBC side for the Eastern Bloc, and they need to mention them too. But don't worry about it. I'm going to mention them for them, you know what I mean? And when I hear these people jumping on their Bozak in a few months after they do big things, and they're going to mention them, especially, they're going to fit their narrative, I bet you, when it comes to these guys, when they fighting an African-American guy and stuff like that. Look at a guy like Victor Postol, you know? They don't never mention him no more. The only time they did mention him or even big him up or give him props was when he was about to fight Crawford. You know what I'm saying? They actually thought he was going to beat Crawford while Crawford whitewashed him. You know what I'm saying? So it's plain to see. It's clear. It's right in front of your eyes, man. These guys' biasness is only because it's to fit their narrative, you know what I'm saying? If Jim Lampley and them ain't talking about these Eastern European fighters, they don't consider them. So let me know in the comment section what you think about this interesting thought that I had about these Eastern Bloc fighters on the PBC Showtime side that none of these usual suspects mention. All right, B-March Boxing. If you're new to the channel, hit that thumbs up and please share and subscribe. And if you don't like the video, hit that thumbs down. Don't matter to me. It's your world, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna faze me. All right, I'll catch you on the next vid. Peace.